More changes with leadership at the Baxter Springs Police Department, just months after a new chief was named. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, a symbol of Joplin resilience finds a new place to call home. And a piece of Carthage history gets a fresh coat of paint and a ribbon cutting ceremony.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The city of Baxter Springs, Kansas has appointed a new police chief just 4 months after their most recent chief took office. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Rick Comer was appointed to the position by the city on Tuesday. KOAM Samantha Walker has details on the change of leadership.
There's been several changes in leadership at the Baxter Springs Police Department ever since former Chief of Police Brian Henderson was elected as Cherokee County Sheriff back in November. At that time, former Assistant Chief Jimmy Hamilton was named as interim chief. Hamilton was officially named Chief of Police in January of this year. But now the city of Baxter Springs has posted a job listing for the position. We reached out to Hamilton and city officials who have confirmed Hamilton is no longer serving as chief and has resumed his role as assistant chief. The mayor of Baxter Springs says Hamilton voluntarily stepped down from the position. City officials confirm Rick Comer has since been appointed as chief of police. Comer has served as a school resource officer with the department. The mayor says the city is accepting applications for the chief position as part of procedure. He says Comer will apply just like everyone else. Reporting in Baxter Springs, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
For those interested in applying for the police chief position, applications can be picked up at the Baxter Springs City Hall. They're going to be accepted for the next 2 weeks. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
And it turned out to be a pretty nice Thursday for us today after we got some showers and thunderstorms last night, on and off severe weather as well through the entire night. Chilly for us tonight. We're going to dip back into lower 50s. Strong to severe thunderstorms rolling in tomorrow evening plus tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Very stormy through the holiday weekend. In fact, several inches of rain will be possible as we go through the next few days. Any rain, we had a couple showers out there earlier today. These have rotated off toward the south and to the east. But look at the potential rain as we go through Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, into Monday, anywhere from 2 upwards to about 8 inches across the region. Right now it looks okay. 74 in Joplin, 74 in Pittsburgh. It looks like the evening hours shaping up pretty good. We're going to look at that holiday weekend forecast here in a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Missouri American Water says bills for its customers are going to go up starting this month. The Missouri Public Service Commission approved a rate settlement for the utility providers' water and wastewater services. Company says the increase seeks to recover about $1.1 billion on system improvements. For an average metered residential water customer, the bill is going to go up about $9 per month. For flat rate residential customers, it's going to go up about $12 per month. The new rates will take effect on May 28th. And as the weather continues to warm, the Missouri Public Service Commission wants to remind consumers that Missouri's hot weather law will soon take effect. The law protects all residential customers from having their electric or natural gas service disconnected due to non-payment when those utilities are used as a source of cooling during temperatures above 95 degrees or a heat index above 105 degrees. Both Arkansas and Oklahoma have similar laws. Kansas does not have this law in place. For more information, just head over to KOAMnewsnow.com. A sculpture honoring victims of the 2011 Joplin tornado will have a new permanent home. The Joplin Memorial Run sculpture, created by Active Lifestyle Events, will now reside at the Harry M. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Officials say the piece will continue to serve as a lasting tribute to those lost in the storm.
We kept trying to come up with a date that would be appropriate, so what better way to focus on the lives that were lost during this time, the 161 lives in the tornado. We just thought it was an appropriate day to do so.
Today is the anniversary. As you see, the sculpture now stands near 8th Street and Joplin Avenue, the original start and finish line for that memorial run. Restoration of a Carthage mural wrapped up today. Vision Carthage celebrated the restoration of the Municipal Park mural with this ribbon cutting ceremony. John Biggs painted the original mural back in 2006. Located at the corner of Lyon and 4th Street, it features a vibrant scene of the old 1938 dance pavilion. Local artist Cheryl Church brought the work back to life.
Really important, not only for the history of our community, but for the overall well-being of our citizens and visitors that come to Carthage. To see that we're all working together to bring back a piece of history and a piece of life that they can enjoy.
Vision Carthage says the project is part of a broader effort to revitalize fitted murals and signs across the city, adding energy and excitement for both locals and tourists. If you're ready for some local baseball, well, the Joplin Outlaws have you covered. Sports reporter Ben McLeish reports live from Joe Becker Stadium as the team takes to the field for its season opener and title defense. That's coming up. But up first, flooding brings evacuations for a second time to the Nevada Animal Shelter. For the second time in just over a year, Nevada Animal Shelter has been forced to evacuate after heavy storms brought severe flooding this week. The shelter was built just last year. City leaders say the issue is familiar, but the exact cause is not. As KOIM's Lonnie Walton reports, the city manager says the community really pulled together in the time of need.
During the heavy rain that we had earlier this week, we received approximately 7 inches of rain.
Gary Edmonds is the Nevada city manager. He says last week rain flooded a nearby creek.
About 3 feet of water went into the animal shelter. Well, that created a problem.
While the rain brought a lot of headaches, it also brought a lot of care.
Somehow the word got out to the public, and cars were lined along the outer road, lined along I-49, everybody rushing over to help evacuate the animals.
Community members rushed to move animals to high ground to a nearby clinic, and some animals didn't wait for anyone.
Some of the animals even started swimming themselves, head to dry land, so it was quite a scene.
The animals are now safe back in the shelter, at least for the time being, but Edmonds says this is not the first time this facility was flooded, and he worries it could happen again.
They're having an engineer come in with a specialist from Rolla to not only look at exactly what happened the second time, because they did a lot of work to correct the first problem. Actual flash flood occurred just a few feet from, or the cause of the problem, a few feet from where they did all the improvements. But more importantly, what can be done to prevent it from happening a third or fourth or fifth time.
Reporting in Nevada, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOIM News.
The Nevada Animal Shelter's Facebook page is currently trying to adopt out all the animals in the shelter. If you're interested, you should give them a contact. A little bit later, a purple dragon will soon take their game to the next level. John Dales has more on the baseball standout coming up in sports.
And showers and thunderstorms increasing for the holiday weekend. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, we had showers, we had thunderstorms last night. Today ended up pretty good, but my gosh, we had about 10 inches of rain in the month of April so far in May, at least at average, if not a little bit above. Flash flood watch really starting tomorrow all the way through Monday due to rounds of heavy amounts of showers and thunderstorms. So again, if you're heading, if you're camping or floating or going to the lakes, watch out, because if we have a really stormy weekend moving in ahead. All right, so showers, a few thunderstorms dipping into northern parts of Arkansas. I think we're pretty quiet from this point on as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight, but things really pick up over the next few days. So this is a severe threat for Friday evening and night, a level 2 out of 5 threat, mainly wind, mainly hail threat. Let's go into Saturday. Most of us a level 1 out of 5 threat. Higher threat stays just back to our south and to our west. So let me walk you all the way through it. All right, tonight kind of chilly. We dip back near 50 degrees. We get some clouds kind of in here on and off throughout the morning hours. And then during the afternoon, scattered thunderstorms. Any of these guys that do pop up, so here's 5 p.m., will have the risk to be strong, maybe low-grade severe. If we had anything severe, it would be chunks of hail across the region. These are going to push out, and then we wait. Bigger band rolls in later on tonight or tomorrow night, and I think that's going to have a bigger threat for possibly wind and hail. So here's 3:30 in the morning Saturday morning, and we start Saturday with showers and thunderstorms. Once we get into Saturday afternoon, I think mainly cloudy skies until we do it again. Showers, thunderstorms erupt by evening, then periods of showers and thunderstorms, and again, a low severe threat. So this is Saturday night heading into Sunday morning, and I think Sunday looks much wetter than what we are going to see on Saturday. Let's keep going. So Saturday night into Sunday morning. Notice a wind shift line right on top of us. So that's going to be our warm front. So we're going to be in the perfect spot to get heavy amounts of rain, especially in our southern counties. And we will get a little bit of a severe threat once again as we go into Sunday evening. Heavy rain Sunday night and into Monday, and then periods of showers as we go into Monday afternoon. So, I mean, almost a washout for the weekend. Look at potential rainfall. A lot of areas picking up 2 to 8 inches of rain. This, we'll have to adjust this as we get through the next 24 hours. 68 by noon tomorrow. High temp 74 degrees. Let's go into the weekend. 73 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday. Of course, those heavy rains as we get into especially Friday night and then again Saturday night as well. Heading outside, temperatures are mainly sitting into the mid-70s right now. Looks pretty good as you work through the evening hours. Temperatures drop back through the 60s and then into the upper 50s. 73 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, only 68 on Memorial Day. We should be topping out 80 to 82. So chilly, very wet holiday weekend. What a way to kick off summer.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about the temps, but the rain, yeah, we could do without.
Exactly.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Ben McLeish is going to join us live from Joe Becker Stadium for the Joplin Outlaws 2025 season opener. And Pitt State Baseball plays the first game of its Super Regional Series against Central Missouri. John Dales has that and more. It's up next in sports.
One of the signs of summer's return in the 4 states is Joplin Outlaws Baseball, and tonight is their 2025 season opener. KOAM sports reporter Ben McLeish is there. He joins us live from Joe Becker Stadium. Ben, it looks like a beautiful night for baseball.
Well, it's that time of year where most of our local college and high school teams are wrapping up their spring season, but one season is just beginning. The Joplin Outlaws have their home opener in less than an hour against the Fort Smith team, and I'm here with General Manager Connor Lathrop. Connor, are you excited for some Joplin Outlaw baseball?
Absolutely. You know, it's been a long 9 months off. Really excited to get back into the stadium. Joe Becker's an awesome place and ready to have the boys out on the field and ready to go.
Now, last year, the Outlaws won the Mid-America League in the league's first season. What can we expect this year from the Outlaws?
Yeah, obviously, you know, when you have tremendous success in the first inaugural season of a league, you want to continue to build upon that success. Really kind of reshaping the roster into the most competitive and good group of guys that we can have, you know. So both on the field success, but in the community success as well.
And this being a collegiate summer ball league, lots of players are constantly coming and going. What are a couple of names we can look out for this season?
Yeah, our whole roster, you know, we kind of dug deep. Our president and our front office staff did a really good job of recruiting and bringing guys in. We've got a couple kids from Oral Roberts coming in, Cooper Moore and Connor Johnson. We're really excited to have those guys. Our big first baseman, Maverick Williamson, that's going to be another name to look out for. Along with our household names, we've got a Van Landuit, a couple midgets joining the team, so we're really excited to keep the local guys, but also bring in some guys from across the country.
Well, I have one last question for you. Why should people come out to Joplin Outlaws baseball this summer?
That's a really good question, and it's a question that I'm trying to keep proving myself too. You know, we have cheap food, cheap drinks, and fun family entertainment. We've got a sweet new beer garden that we're offering. The party deck has been all renewed, and, you know, just a good summertime family fun activity.
Well, you heard it here first. If you're looking for something to do this summer, come out to Joe Becker Stadium, grab yourself a hot dog, and enjoy some Outlaws.
Thanks, Ben. Well, meanwhile, up in Warrensburg, Missouri, Pittsburgh State Baseball begins its best-of-3 Super Regional Series against MIAA rival Central Missouri. Game 1 is this afternoon, and the Gorillas lose a tight one, 7-5. They scored the first 2 runs of the game in the top of the first inning. UCM responds with 5 unanswered. PSU then ties it up at 5 before the Mules score 2 in the bottom of the 8th. The Gorillas now face elimination tomorrow afternoon. Switching gears to Kansas high school baseball, Fort Scott hosts a regional today. The Tigers get a run rule victory over Coffeyville, 10-0 in the semifinals. They'll face Wamego in the championship tonight. In Missouri, Carl Junction baseball shuts out Raytown South 5-0 in a district semifinal. The Bulldogs will face either Webb City or Belton in the district title game on Saturday. And down in Arizona, Crowder wins again at the NJCAA Softball World Series. The Rough Riders beat Grayson 5-3 in an elimination game. They are one of the last 6 teams standing and will face Chipola in another elimination game tonight at 10:15. Over at Pittsburgh High School, 2025 grad Carson Nicholson signs his letter of intent this afternoon to play baseball at Coffeyville Community College. The future Red Raven is excited to join a program on the rise, which won a regional this year.
And I've got goosebumps.
I talked to a couple schools. They were just one of the few that got back with me, but the coaches up there, I love it. They only have 2 coaches, so it's a little different than all the other surrounding JUCOs and colleges, but they really give that one-on-one time, and they've had a great season. They've done the best they've done in several years at Coffeyville, and I'm just excited to get up there with the 2 coaches and get to work.
Touching back on the Joplin Outlaws season opener, they're also the defending Mid-America League champions, so they come into this year with a little bit of a target on their back.
One more reason to go in addition to the cheap, good food and family fun.
That's right.
We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to take you to a ceremony celebrating the life and service of a Tuskegee airman who graduated from Joplin High School. Plus, find out how AI can help your spending habits. And the Joplin Ozark Center takes its 60th anniversary celebration on the road with a taco bar for Casa Kids. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. KOAM celebrated another Great American Flag Swap today, this time in Neosho, Missouri. Wesco Home Furnishings was the specific locations. Folks could bring in their old tattered flags and replace it with a brand new one, as always, absolutely free. All old flags will be properly retired.
Just being able to come in and actually get a new flag, and that way they could actually have a nice flag and retire their old wore-out flags.
Just in time for Memorial Day, the next Great American Flag Swap is going to be on July 2nd at Arvest Bank in Joplin. Come early because typically we run out of flags pretty quickly. We give away to the first 100 people. It's going to be a rainy holiday weekend.
Super wet. Thunderstorms picking up late tomorrow and then just periods through the weekend.
Final sports notes.
We'll have those highlights from Joe Becker Stadium, the Outlaws season opener. They get started at 7:05. It's Outlaws against the Fort Smith Marshals.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us. See you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.